SWEGTA! Hey everybody, how's it going? So, when I was a kid, and by the way, this story pertains to the title of the video, so just bear with me on this, okay? When I was a kid, I used to act out a lot. And I've given this a lot of thought over the past few days, why I would do these things like trespassing, petty theft. And it occurs to me that a lot of this stuff had to do with me just not having any proper stimuli. I was just bereft of things to actually do that gave me purpose. I think it's important for kids and adults to have something useful to do, or something constructive or productive or what have you, something that actually gives you meaning and purpose in life. Idle hands are the devil's playthings after all, so when I'm looking at the GTA and the Rockstar Games community as a whole, it occurs to me that a lack of stimuli is not healthy for this community. Oftentimes we'll get people making, and this is not a term that I personally condone, but, in keeping with the modern day internet vernacular, you'll get schizo posting like this. Today is officially the moon theory anniversary, and you can see that the moon on the 22nd of November 2024 on a Friday was a last quarter moon. And oh, would you look at that? In a GTA 5 screenshot, you can see that they had the same kind of moon. And of course, you have people in the comment section with actual common sense who are like, what? Excuse me, the moon? Are you serious? If you're like me and, you hate life, so you frequent subreddits and Twitter threads, then you'll come across a lot of this kind of stuff. You'll see people posting about when GTA 6 is going to be released based on, telephone polls in a GTA 5 pre-release artwork. And then when you poke fun at this, somebody of course comes along and tells you, well, this one person with a crazy theory turned out to be correct, so now what? Yeah, never mind the fact that every single date imaginable has been theorized to be some important date for the GTA community. I mean, really what this comes down to is a numbers game. It's like Boomhauer in King of the Hill. He'll just ask out every woman that he sees until eventually one of them says yes. If you have enough crazy theories surrounding when some important event in the Rockstar Games community is going to take place, then yeah, eventually somebody's going to be correct about that. Not because of the theory, but just because of the odds. This has always bothered me because it doesn't make any sense in any realm of logic or reason. But the thing that really bothers me about this, at this point, is that it's devolved into just AI slop now. There's this Twitter user named Zap Actu GTA 6. I probably butchered the pronunciation there, but this is somebody with a Twitter page that will often post AI slop of GTA 6. It even got to the extent that IGN did an article on this. Increasingly convincing AI-generated GTA 6 gameplay leaks are getting millions of views on social media. Now, it is possible that I am taking more of a personal umbrage with this than I really should, but as a person in the bully community, as somebody who's dedicated many years to entertaining people in this community with my videos, it bothers me when I see somebody on Twitter or YouTube post AI slop of bully and get way more views than me and all of the other people in this community combined. The stuff that we make has effort, thought, and human soul poured into it. So of course, when somebody comes along and they just defecate this slop and people just eat it up, and the person doing all of this is handsomely rewarded for it, yeah, it tends to bother me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. There was one instance of me putting a brief little AI clip in one of my videos. It's a video called There's a Cult in Bully, and by the way, despite that, I would still recommend the video because it is very interesting and I cover a lot of stuff that people were completely unaware of up until that point. Unused content, stuff like that. But the thing is, the clip that I included was pretty simple, and at the time I didn't understand why some people took exception to this, why they had a problem with this little 2 to 3 second long clip. While recording some footage for the video, I went into the academy and I moved the camera up to Jimmy's face, took a screenshot, and then via some generator, I don't even remember the name of the website, but I told the AI, hey, make Jimmy shake his fist at the camera and yell. It was a fun little thing that I added, and people didn't like it, and again, I didn't initially understand why. because at that time, I had kind of disconnected myself from the internet. Like, I still used it to chat with friends and family and pay my bills and all that, but beyond the mundane everyday stuff, I really wasn't using it to browse videos as frequently as I do now. Because of that, I didn't really get why people had a problem with it, because to me, that was just like, okay, well, even if you don't like that kind of stuff, it only shows up for a few seconds. I mean, big deal. The problem, though, is that people have been inundated with this stuff for years now. And I think with most people, the first 20 or so times you see something like this, it's a bit of a novelty at most. Oh, okay, an algorithm made that. Well, that's interesting, I guess. But then after like 50 times, you're probably gonna look at this stuff and be like, yeah, I've seen that. It's not impressive to me anymore. In fact, this is so prevalent that I just don't want to see it anymore. I'm good, thank you. So if there's any silver lining to any of this, it's that people don't want to see it, and they're increasingly becoming more vocal about that. IGN actually made this follow-up article. Amid backlash, creator of viral GTA 6 gameplay leak video insists it was an experiment designed to show how easy it has become to blur the line between reality and AI-generated content. Hey now, you're a Rockstar. It's not a good tagline, but you gotta chuckle out of me. Not at all long following this, Zap Actu ended up removing this post and has since continued uploading these types of videos to their Twitter page. But even if they hadn't, I've arrived at the same conclusion, which is bullshit. There has never been a point where you uploaded this stuff as a social experiment. You did it so you could get views and get paid. It just reminds me of those fake Bully 2 leaks we saw several years back, where somebody made fake content for attention so that they can further their career. Like, this guy actually wanted to land some gig in the video game industry by just misleading a bunch of people and getting views. You're being dishonest for attention, and you're expecting people to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, can we just get real? You wanted money out of this. But you know what's rich about this? Speaking of rich, the CEO, the head of Take-Two Interactive himself, Strauss Zelnick, is opposed to using AI in their video games, or just like in their media in general.
Could we push a button tomorrow and say, create an equivalent to Grand Theft Auto and the marketing plan, and here it is? And the answer is no. A, you can't do that yet. And B, I am of the view that you wouldn't end up with anything very good. You'd end up with something pretty derivative, because remember what AI is. Sorry, whether people out in Silicon Valley like to hear this or not. AI is big data sets with lots of compute attached to a large language model. But there is no creativity that can exist by definition in any AI model, because it is data-driven. It doesn't make up new data.
He describes it as being basically devoid of creativity and thus not a useful utility for making video games. Speaking of AI and dishonesty, apparently the CEO of Epic, Tim Sweeney, wants Steam to drop the made with AI tags that convey to the consumer base that, hey, this product that you're about to buy, yeah, it's been made using artificial intelligence. God forbid we tell the consumers what they're actually buying. I then also came across this tweet by some self-proclaimed AI lobbyist. Those two words by themselves are disgusting, but put together, ugh. But apparently this clanker lobbyist, Matt Workman, feels that, well, we shouldn't tell people about the made with AI tags because it doesn't matter. Okay then, Matt, if you don't feel like it matters, then why give your 2 cents on this? Better yet, why have your 2 cents in the first place?
Matt Workman has spoken!
Whoa!
Pay no attention to the clanker behind the curtain.
I actually saw a Valve employee respond to this, saying, consumers should have the information to decide if they want to buy something or not depending on its content. The only people afraid of this are the ones that know their product is low effort. To which Matt responded, food you eat can kill you, an appliance in your house can catch fire. How an image, movie, or game you play was produced, it not comparable. I'm not afraid of the label personally. I think it's not enforced on Steam and the rules are not clear for developers or players. And at this point, the Valve employee, who by the way I should have mentioned is an artist, they said, would love to know if your clothes or coffee are produced using child labor, or if the materials are organically produced, or if your car engine has a certain type of technicalities. That should be visible to everyone, so consumers can make an educated choice, not an opaque one. I think it's just astonishing how, regardless of what we're talking about when it comes to this stuff, even if it's just like some anon Twitter page, or somebody who's a public figure, I think it's astonishing just how full of shit these people are. I mean, if you're just somebody who uses AI for some kind of basic utility like scheduling your day or whatever, I mean, like, I don't have a problem with that. But if you're putting out lazily made slop and then not just standing by that, but instead attempting to reframe that as some kind of like 8D chess move where like, aha, yes, you think that I'm putting out garbage so that I can easily monetize it and make quick money off of deceiving people, but in actuality what I'm doing is conducting a social experiment. You're the fool. And then you have a platform like Steam that, if we're gonna be honest, has some questionable ethics to begin with, actually engaging honestly with their customer base. And in response to that, you have these jackasses like Tim Sweeney and Matt Workman taking umbrage with honesty, just like honest communication with you as a customer. And then when pressed on it, they go, well, it doesn't matter. So why should there be a tag? I mean, who cares, right? But again, if it doesn't matter, then what is your problem with it? Why do you care? I'll tell you why. It's because they don't want to go through the effort of actually creating something using blood, sweat, and tears, honesty, time, effort. They don't want to go through that because they don't care about it. It's all about quickly generating as much revenue as possible. Artistic expression be damned. Even Strauss Zelnick looks at this and goes, nah, fam, we're good. In a way, this all circles back to the point that I made at the beginning of this video. Idle hands are the devil's plaything. A lot of people in this community, even though they despise it, still eat up the AI slop because they have little else to pay attention to right now. They're so devoid of stimuli that they're willing to distract themselves by gawking at the laziest and most dishonest type of media to ever exist. And the people who make this trash don't even want to acknowledge the reality of what they're showing you. A jingling set of keys and vibrant colors to grab your attention so that they can make a quick buck. This is what happens when people are bored. And this is also what happens when you don't have to put effort into anything. I've seen so many people bemoan how long this has taken and vent on Twitter about not mentally feeling well because of it. To those people, my advice would be, first and foremost, talk to somebody, I guess, but beyond that, you might want to go outside. And I'm not trying to condescend you. I can actually speak from experience. I'm a bully YouTuber. Like, how do you think I feel? I first picked up this game in 2006. It's been 19 years. What do I have? Scholarship Edition and Anniversary Edition. 2 ports. And I'm not gonna call them remasters, because remaster entitles an actual remaster of all the game's assets, not just half-assedly porting this to other devices. You know, I talked a bit about people being emotional throughout this video, but it's pretty clear to me now by the end of this recording session that I'm no exception to that. So, joke's on me, I guess. Anyway, that's it for this video. You folks, as always, stay classy. Peace. Big thank you to my channel members who support what I do on YouTube. Ben Struble, Wagrimsrud, Jacoby, Yippee, GreenX, Riley Who, Wardog, Zarpies, Double X2, BardyX Official, Majin151, Wired Uwu, Trigger Happy, Cartel 14, Volts, Golden Stripes, Sean Assassino, Don Hatter, Christian Skovgard Nielsen, Mr. Synonym, Vader89GG, URL Ratalada, Josh Matheson, Jilly Owls, Doomer Crusader, Xenia, Fitic, Board Gamer, Jilly Cat Cosplay, Jordy, Fuba Punk, Introvert Keep Calm, Jordy's Den, Chedu, Ryan Chaffin, XKicks GX, Jokara, 84, Matthias OBF, Raft, Usman, Ramones, Jinx Loop, Wayne, Aaron, Joe Johnson, Jever, and Dicky Sung. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. I hope you all have an awesome day. Take care and peace out.